I'm Sabrina Samuels, your lifestyle, etiquette, and relationship coach. You know, life is really beautiful when we make it that way. So let's get started. Haven't done that in a long time. I hope you like my beautiful budget-friendly garment in my store on Amazon. I want you to click onto my banner and it will show you all my links. And you can click onto the store and you can find this beautiful garment. Now I want you to know that the only garments and items in my store is what I have used personally. And I can vouch for it. I know it works. I know it works for sure. So the bottom line is if you see anything in my store, I've tested it, I've tried it, I use it, I bought it. And I would like to share it with you. So go to my store, Amazon. Let's get started. Welcome back to my show. I'm Sabrina Samuels and I thank you for tuning in. To all of my fabulous subscribers and my clients, thank you. I appreciate your support. On this edition, I'd like to answer a quick question. And it says, what happens to kids when parents get a divorce or break up? What happens to kids when parents get a divorce or break up? Well, we all know that it can be very devastating. When you are together with your children, try to work hard to bring them up in the right way. And no matter what we do, we're going to always get it wrong sometimes. But if you are not going to be with your spouse or with your significant other and it's going to cause calamity in the family, the kids should not suffer. You both, as adults, should discuss your differences in private, and then sit down and talk to your children intelligently, not cussing and fussing and calling each other names. If you're already doing that, that's not good, and you need to apologize to your children, because when they see that, they will emulate that when they become of age, and they think that's the right behavior, even though it doesn't feel good and it's not right. So you have to sit down and talk to your kids in a loving way as a family unit. Mom and dad won't be together anymore, but we love you and we want to make sure that we raise you together. Even though we'll be in separate households, we want you to have a beautiful, loving experience with me and with your mom, or with me and with your dad, whatever the case may be. But you need to sit down and talk to your kids. Don't sit there and say, well, I didn't want to say this to my child or my children because I knew it would hurt them. Well, it's killing them now. So you might as well tell the truth and get it over with. Get to the bottom line immediately. That way the kids are not sitting in their private space wondering what's happening. Do you know, so many children blame themselves for the unfortunate separation of their parents. So many children, they think it's their fault. Or they think if I hadn't done this, or if I didn't do that, my mom and dad would be together, they wouldn't have broken up, blah, blah, blah. Children, it has nothing to do with you. But parents, they're too young to understand that. So you're going to have to explain it. And because you're angry and you are falling out with each other, don't allow your kids to participate in all that negativity. It only messes them up. The mind is a computer, and we pick up everything from infancy to adulthood until we leave the planet. So pump as much good information in your children as possible. Love them. Don't talk about when the kids are with the mama, you're talking about the daddy like a dog. And when the kids are with the daddy, you're talking about mama like a dog. That messes kids up. That'll mess them up, and they don't know how to pick their spouse or their mate because they've seen it the wrong way. The confusion is just so great. Don't do it. Allow your children to have the best life ever growing up. Their childhood years, their adolescent years, their high school years, their college years. They're going to have enough lumps and bumps just dealing with life itself. They don't need an extra added disadvantage, which is you and whoever it is fussing and cussing at each other. Don't do it. And your children need to see you all work together, talk together, pray together, even if you're not together. They need to see that, and they need to understand why that's important. So make sure that you treat your kids with respect, with love for one another. If you have differences, adults, don't let your children see the knocked down, nasty, dirty, raggedy stuff. They're going to experience a little bit of dismay and unfortunate ups and downs in the household. But let me tell you something. They don't need to see crazy stuff. They don't need to see over-the-top crazy stuff, hitting and fussing and cussing and saying the wrong things. It messes our children up. Don't do it if you're doing it. Get it right. Get it right. Your children did not ask to be on planet Earth. They're here, and they're assigned to you. They're your children. You brought them into the world. Now do the best you can, even though you're messing up and you got it wrong and certain things happen with your life. And I'm not trying to be accusatory. I'm not trying to do that. But I'm saying you had your turn. Now raise those children so that they can get a fair shake at it. They can get a fair chance at life. Life is going to be ups and downs anyway. That's just life. But let's not add any more negativity onto what we're already going to experience in life. When I say we, I mean all of us. We all experience things in life. But if we put on the right mind frame, if we put on the right attitude, if we put on the right thought pattern, if we put on the right energy within ourselves, we can do much better. We can be much better. We can move ahead much better. Make your life happy. It takes work. Do you think happiness comes, oh, I'm just so happy? Nah, it takes work to be happy. It takes work. And when you have that feeling of happiness and joy and sincerity inside of you, hold on to it and spread it because it's energy. People can feel it. Spread that joy around. Spread it around. And try to bless and make people around you happy, especially your family. That's who you're going to be with until you move out, as a child moves out, becomes an adult, or until you move on to find someone else, or you might be by yourself. Nothing wrong with either one. But God is your foundation. God has to be the foundation. I wish you love, peace, happiness, and our Heavenly Father God, His divine order. See you again soon.